Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way, if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous, did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments, get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.
Part 2 gang, y'all, let's get it, y'all. Part 2 gang, y'all, let's get it, let's get it, let's get it, let's get it. Like, share, subscribe. Let's get it. Let's go. He was like, man, Weezy, I changed my mind. I want Samantha back, bro. I'm like, you want what back? You changed what? I was like, bro, listen, bro. That's a rap, bro. That's a rap. I said, read my lips. That is a rap, bro. That's me right there, bro. Ask her, bro. Ask her. Go call her. Go call her, bro. You ain't, matter of fact, you ain't gonna be able to call her because she got a new number. She got a whole new number, bro. Yeah, she got a whole new number, bro. I was like, that's me. I shined on her right then and there. So I know dudes was walking up looking like, so I'm kind of shying right here, bro. You wild. What you mean you want her back, bro? Nuts, bro. What's wrong with you? So he like, look, this is what I'm saying. That was me. That was me right there. I said, bro, listen, bro. You just was shake, rattling, and rolling, bro. I said, bro, you was just shake, rattling. He said, well, I don't want to shake, rattle, and roll no more. I said, bro, listen. Nah, you just saying that because your boy got transferred, bro. I said, look, bro, keep me out of your mess, bro. I said, I hit on my end of the bargain. I said, you sent me her information. I said, I sent you the food and the blacks, bro. I said, look, leave me out of that BS, bro. I don't want nothing to do with how you feeling about nothing, bro. I said, bro, we'll get you another boy. You gonna shake, rattle. You know how many dudes here you can shake, rattle, and roll with, bro? He was like, he kind of act like it was funny. I'm like, yo, bro, I'm gone, bro. I'm going back in the park. Like, bro, I ain't keep talking to you about this, man. I slid, y'all. I dipped. Because he was tripping. This man just pulled up and told me he changed his mind. What do you mean you change your mind? You change your mind about me messing with your ex-girlfriend? Because this is my girlfriend now, bro. You know what I mean? We trying to figure out now how she gonna come see me. That's the only thing we trying to figure out, man. She rocking with me, y'all. You hear me? This lady is rocking with me. She's rocking with me to the point where I was really thinking like, yo, this lady might do my whole bid. And I was still on sussers. I still had probably about a 9-ball. But I'm like, yo, this lady might do my whole bid. You know what I mean? I was like, this lady might do my whole bid, man, the way she carried it, because she was so happy and proud that I gave her $300 back. Like, you know what I mean? She wasn't even expecting it. Like, and I almost had to like shove it down her throat. I almost had to be like, yo, man, here, man. She was like, no, I don't want, no, you, that's you. I'll hold whatever you. I'm like, no, take that back, man. She was like, no, I'm telling you. I was like, man, take it back. You might need it for a rainy day. I was like, I'm good. I was like, man, as long as I'm good in here, I'm straight. I said, I'll figure everything else out later. You know what I mean? But you take that. She was like, you know what? She was like, I appreciate that. I ain't gonna lie. I appreciate that. Was a gift I gave you, Weezy. I was like, man, look, you know what I mean? You good. You know what I mean? So she was so happy about that. So that kind of brought her closer and closer. And she just used to tell me every time we talk, kind of like how she's just working on hollering at the lieutenants, and she got called up there and talked to Richmond, and she trying to get off dude list. You know what I mean? She trying to get off his list. So when I told her, I felt like, y'all, I wasn't even gonna say nothing at first. Because I just wanted to leave. I just wanted to let sleeping dogs lie. But it was just bothering me, man. Like, this dude really pulled up on me and told me he changed his mind about letting me have his ex-girlfriend. You know what I mean? Like, y'all be, prison is nuts, man. Y'all hear me? Prison is a whole twist and turn of things that you would never expect. This right here, I never expected. I just felt like, bro wanted to be gay. So he be a shake, rattler, and roller, bro. Do you? That's what I was thinking. So I was like, man, I gotta tell you something. She was like, what? I said, man, your ex. She was like, who? See? I was like, yeah. She was like, he okay? I was like, yeah, he good. I was like, she was like, well, he mad you ain't look out for him? I'm like, nah, he ain't mad. I ain't look out for him because I looked out for him. So she was like, I told you to look out for him. I was like, I did look out for him. So she was like, well, why he mad? I was like, shh, man, you ain't gonna believe what this man said, man. I'm scared to tell you though. You know what I mean? She was like, look, don't be scared to tell me nothing. What'd he say? I was like, I said, man, look, man, his boy got transferred yesterday. You know what I mean? I said, he pulled up on me today and told me that he wants you back. He's changing his mind about me getting hooked up with you and being with you. She was like, what? She was like, you don't own me. Like, how would he mean he changed his mind? Like I belong to him or something. Like, I was like, I don't know. I said, but For real, I say, bro, say he changed his mind. You know what I mean? I was like, yo, I thought it was crazy because like he made that decision after his boy got transferred. You know what I mean? So Samantha was like, that's crazy right there. Like, I ain't even gonna lie to you. Like, I told you this when we first started talking. Like, you know, I was just cool with him. Like, he told me he was gay and like he got down and shake, rattle, and roll before. What you be saying? Like, he shake, rattle, and roll. She was like, when he told me he shake, rattle, and rolled, like, you know, I just wanted to just be friends after that. So like, I don't know what he's thinking now that he can just like unchange being a, what you call it, a shake, rattle, and roller. I'm like, man, look, this isn't time for jokes. I was like, what you gonna do? I said, because all this lies on you. She was like, I'm telling you what I'm gonna do. What do you mean? I don't want to be with him. He just can't come back. You don't even have my number. I was like, man, I know, man. I was like, he got your address though, don't he? She was like, she got quiet. She was like, yup, he do got my address. She was like, hey, he about to write me a book. I know he is. She was like, because he good for that. He ain't write me no books when he was with that boy. She was like, I bet you he write me a book. So me and her talked about it, and she gave me her opinion on it. She told me how she felt on it, and I took her word. I took her word because, like, what are you gaining off messing with him? This guy's a shake, rattle, and roller, y'all. So boom, nuts. This man want best of both worlds like Jay-Z and R. Kelly, and that didn't work for them two, man. They couldn't even go on tour together, man. How you gonna think best of both worlds is gonna work for you, man? It's not gonna work. I promise you, man. So I'm standing firm. What I'm saying, she's saying she with it, and that's just what it is. So I see bro the next day. You know what I mean? So I guess he feeling like it ain't no beef because it wasn't no beef, but like he was talking stupid. He was talking stupid last time I seen him. So he pull up on me. He was like, hey, look, I know you ain't gonna believe me. But look, I ain't messing around no more. I don't want to shake, rattle, and roll with nobody. Like, that life is over with. I feel like that was a gift from God by transferring my boo. I mean, you know what I mean? Transferring my friend, my homeboy. I said, your boy. He was like, you know what I mean? Yeah, like, I felt like it was a gift to kind of get that lifestyle out of me. I said, bro, listen, I got bad news for you. He was like, what? I said, there's 1 million boys on the compound. What's wrong with you, bro? Like, you acting like God took you away from all the shake, rattler, and rollers, bro. He didn't. He didn't, bro. He was like, man, look, this is all I'm saying. You go home before me, Weezy. You know how much time I got. I said, bro, you never told me how much time you got. You told me you got a lot of time. He was like, bro, I do. I got a lot of time, bro. I told you how much time I got, bro. I said, you never did. We was in a hole, bro. And he never did. I was like, bro, tripping. He was like, bro, you go home before me. I said, how much time you got, man? He was like, man, I got 32, bro. I was like, 32? They gave you O.J. Simpson? Like, yeah, bro, you do got more time than me, but I'm still keeping her, bro. Like, I'm still keeping her, bro. I said, bro, you can't be no Indian giver and act like you trying to come back and get this lady back, bro. I said, bro, you can't be no Indian giver and act like you trying to come back and get this lady, bro. You can't do that, bro. I said, you can't do that, bro. Me and her already invested into each other, bro. He was like, I said, bro, you gave her away, bro. He was like, my mind wasn't right, Weezy. My mind wasn't right. I said, nah, your mind was right. Your mind definitely was right, bro. I said, your mind was right, bro. I said, man, you was calling that dude Bay. I said, this is a dude we talking about, Buddha, and you was calling him Bay. I said, so your mind was right. I said, your mind was right, bro. He was like, nah, man, man, that space poo-poo, man, had me gone, Weezy. I was like, what? That was the first time I heard that. Pause. This man said, man, nah, Weezy, that space poo-poo had me gone. I was like, space poo-poo? Like, I was about to, y'all already know how I am. I asked a lot of questions. I was about to say, bro, what you mean space poo-poo? I was about to say that, but my brain was like, pause. I couldn't even do it. I'm like, space poo-poo? I ain't even want to know the definition of that, man. That just sounds spooky, man. Let's listen to that, man. Space poo-poo, man. Like, that's wild right there. He said it. I was like, bro, listen. I said, bro, you need some help, man. He said, man, look, give me her new number. I said, bro, I can't give her a new number. He said, don't worry about it. I got her address. And he walked away, y'all. So, boom. I said, man, I'm tired. I'm watching him walk away. He was like, he went over by the basketball court. He was over the joint. He can't even get next. He trying to get next on the joint. He like, I'm like, man, this dude an idiot, man. So I'm telling my homeboy, I'm like, man, this joint wild, man. My homeboy like, yo, look, my homeboy trying to spend $100. You still got something. I'm like, bro, I'm about to run out. Only thing I got left is what I'm messing with. You know what I mean? All I got is what I'm keeping. So we on the jump. We end up lighting up over there. So we lighting up and I'm enlightening them about what's going on. And I'm telling them, I'm like, yo, listen. In a nutshell, no, bro threw me his girl because he ended up shake, rattling, rolling. Now he talking about since his boy gone, he wanted the girl back. I was like, he wild. My homeboy was like, bro, he wild. You better not give him that girl. I was like, man, the girl don't want to be given. She don't want him anyway. You know what I mean? He was like, man, I know that joke crazy though, man. He was like, yeah, I know dude was gay on the mountains. You know what I mean? I'm like, man, he came down here, tricked me like he was a cool dude, all of that, man. I was like, that joke crazy, man. So like, I just like standing firm what I'm saying. You know what I mean? I'm standing firm what I'm saying. I ain't saying that. I ain't doing that. So next thing you know, later on that day, I called Samantha. You know what I mean? Call her. She was like, you ain't gonna believe this. I'm like, what? She was like, she was like, you know he wrote me a letter, right? She was like, I went and got a mail out of the mailbox. And there was a thick envelope in there with his handwriting on it. I already knew it was from him. I said, what are you talking about? She said, I only read half of the letter. She said, it's a 10-page back and front. I said, 10-page back and front, gang? I said, man, bro was in that joke like, I'm writing you a 10-page letter. And it's for the times of he was in there writing his head off, y'all. Like, this man wrote a 10-page back and front, gang? This man a writing machine, man. So she like, I just read half of the letter. I said, what half of the letter say? She said, man, basically like, he's saying like, for real, like he was thinking stupid. He know we always been in love and like, you know, he just had to take that journey of shake, rattle, and rolling to see if shake, rattle, and rolling was gonna be in his life for the rest of his life. So he's saying basically like, you know, after living that life, like he don't want, you know what I mean, to be a shake, rattle, and roller. He want to come back and mess with me. So I'm like, so I started to say, so you gonna stick around and do OJ Simpson with this dude? You know what I mean? I ain't say that though. I am, you know what I mean? I'm just listening. I'm like, and she like, yeah. And she burning it down and she was like, he said that, you know, he rock with you. And like, if it was anybody that he would want me to be with, it'll be with you. I mean, but he's just saying that, you know, like he missed me and like, he's not gonna be the same without me no more. So I'm like, man, look, man, all right. I'm like, yo, look, I need a favor. Cause I started feeling like, I ain't even gonna lie, yo, I started feeling like, you know what I mean? Like this is, like I believe her, but like I'm just still though, man. I've been burnt a lot of times, pause, and like I'm just trying to just be on point about this particular moment right here. Now I do believe her. Like, what are you getting out of doing messing with him? This man shake, rattle, and roll. He got OJ Simpson. You know what I mean? 32 years. Like, come on, man. Like, I don't understand what you see in this guy. So I just let her vent. She said what she had to say. As soon as she finished that, what she had to say, I said, listen, I need a favor. I know she was like, dang, right out there. I was like, I need a favor. She was like, what? I said, look, I need another 300. She was like, see, something told me to say that 300 that, you know, that you told me to keep. She was like, I got that for you. I was like, I need you to do that for me. Put it on the Western Union. She was like, I got you. You know what I mean? So like, she's still on the squad. I ain't gonna lie, I was happy. You know what I mean? So she told me to call her back later on that night. I bet. So I called her back later on that night. We talked, and when me and her talked, I was like, did you get the number? She was like, nah. She was like, look, you might gotta wait until Wednesday, which this was Monday. She was like, you might gotta wait until Wednesday. She was like, because I let my daughter hold my car. And she was like, I don't feel like, you know what I mean? Like, I can't walk to the place, the Western Union place. She was like, my daughter, she worked out of town. She, not out of town, but outside the city. She was like, so she ain't gonna be back until 2 12-hour shifts, which is Wednesday. She'll be back Wednesday morning. So I'm like, that sounded okay, but still, I was like, man, you can't Wednesday. I ain't tripping. I'm like, but look though, I was like, man, you heard anything else from dude? She was like, nah, she ain't heard nothing from him. She was like, I ain't studying him. I ain't got time to be, you know, messing with him. I don't have time for that. So I'm like, all right, that's a bet. So I'm like, man, look, man. I was like, look, just make sure Wednesday is a lock, though, guaranteed. So she was like, all right, I got you. So we go outside. I end up seeing the dude, the old head from one building. He walking the yard. He never really be like he working on the yard, but he had a little juice around there. So he on the yard walking around, like on the outskirts. So we on yard 2 by 4 building. So when he came down by the gym, he spotted me. He seen me. He was like, oh, what's up, Wiz? I was like, what's good? He was like, what's good? I'm like, what's good? He was like, I got something even better. I was like, you do? He was like, yeah. He was like, got it right now. What's up? I was like, you got the same thing you gave me last time? He was like, yeah, you got 3? I said, man, I ain't even gonna lie to you, Unc. I said, I'm gonna have it Wednesday. I'm gonna have that joint Wednesday. He was like, you know you good. You know you good with me. He said, I know you good. I already know you good. I ain't going nowhere. You ain't going nowhere, right? I said, I ain't going nowhere. He was like, come over here. Me and him walked over to the jump. I tell my man, hold me down, man. I was like, all right. We walked over to the cut. He was like, he came out again. He was like, gave me the jump. I was like, put that lighter in my pocket. Y'all was like, all right, I went through the gate. He was like, all right. He was like, all right, Wednesday, all right. I said, if anything, Thursday, no later. He was like, I know you good. I'm like, all right. On slid. I go back to the gate. I'm standing by my homeboy. He's like, what you got, some la? I was like, bro, look, you got Fizzy paper out here? My homeboy was like, keep them jumps. He pulled out. Me and him walked to the back. Walk to the back, word, start lighting up. I'm like, psh. You know what I mean? Rolled up, start rolling up. We like, I look across the jump, I look on the basketball court, I look way across the jump, I looked over. All I seen was the nigga C standing on the fence because he had no friends. His city didn't want to deal with him because he was a shake, rattler, and roller, man. Like, Jake the Snake Roberts was his nickname on that jump because he was a shake, rattler, and roller. So his friends didn't have nothing to do with him. He standing on the fence like this. He looking over at us over on the yard, too. He like, and I'm like this, I'm like, and I see him, I'm like, look at this idiot right here. My homeboy, look, I see, man, look at dude see, man. Look at him watching this, man. He watching this and everything. My homeboy like, what you watching this for? I'm like, I don't know, man. Like the la. I was like, I don't know why he watching this, man. But look, he about to see this though. I was like, shh. Yeah, right in his face, seeing all that. He was watching us, you know what I mean? So it's time for us to let out. So we letting out, we walking. The basketball court got out before us, so they out there lingering around. So I look up, I see him as we walking, getting back to the joint. He slow down. He like, hey, Weezy, hey, look, do something for me, man. Do something for me. I'm like, do what for you? He was like, you got some weed, right? I was like, bro, listen, I don't got no weed, bro. He was like, I just seen you get some weed from, he called the old head name and everything. I'm like, you saw all of that? I was like, bro, you nosy as a bitch, bro. What the fuck you doing watching me see what you got going on, man? He was like, what you mean? What you mean? You mess with my girl. What you mean? Like last time, what, the rules changed? I'm like, I looked down, I'm like, for real, I caught myself, because like, I was ready to smack the goddamn, fire all this goddamn man. I said, yeah, nigga, rules changed. What the hell you mean? Yeah, nigga, rules. She like, rules change. Like, yeah, nigga, rules change, nigga. I said, yeah, I used to look out before you say you wasn't shake, rattling, and rolling no more, bro. You know what I mean? I said, since you want to try to come back and be an Indian giver and mess up what I got going on, bro. I said, I ain't got nothing for you, bro. He was like, oh, you ain't got nothing for us. I said, I ain't got nothing for you, bro. I don't have nothing for you, bro. I don't have nothing. Look, I don't have nothing. He was like he kind of like for real, like if he wasn't a shake, rattling, and roller, I would have took off on him. Beat the shit. He would have beat the shit out of me. I would have beat the shit out of him. One or the other, man. Either way, I didn't want to fight a dude that shake, rattle, and roll. Y'all already know how I do. I don't want to fight those guys, man. Like, just for my own personal reasons. A lot of stuff can go bad. So I try to avoid that by all costs. But like, talk about what's up. Like I got obligated to throw him, bro. This different now, bro. You done came trying to be an Indian giver. Now you still want to look out. So he was like, all right. Yeah, see? Yeah, see, you don't know what's going on. You don't know. I was like, what? What you mean I don't know what's going on? He's like, you don't know what's going on. You don't know what's going on. He's smiling. I'm like, man, my homeboy's like, man, leave dude. I'm like, yeah, man. So we walk back in there, we get in the building, he's still smiling. So yeah, don't worry about it, Weezy. Yeah, we going up the steps. I'm just picturing like me behind him, just knocking his head off. I'm like, this dude really won't think I won't beat him up. But I'm like, still though, like, he shake around the road. I don't know if he got the monkey game. I'm still like, he didn't cross that line yet. It's getting close, but he still haven't crossed that line yet, y'all. So boom. So we go back to the pod, you know what I mean? We in the pod. Just like, man, I ain't tripping on the jump, man. I get on the phone, try to call Samantha, you know what I mean? I usually catch her while she worked from the crib. I'll catch her while she on her little break. You know what I mean? I call her, she don't answer. I'm like, man, I ain't tripping. Went in the room, I'm lit, you know what I mean? Went and laid it down, man. We come back out the count. We come back out of the count, I chill for a minute. I ain't mess with the phone till almost dinner time. I get next on the phone, I call her, she don't answer. You know what I mean? I'm like, she don't answer. This jump crazy. Yeah, Samantha doing not answering the phone, man. I'm like, this jump crazy, man. I'm like, yeah, all right. You know what I mean? Called her later on that night, she still don't answer. My homeboy on the phone right there, I say, hey, bro, get a three-way, bro. He was like, what's up? I said, man, give me a quick three-way. I ain't gonna talk. Just give me, I just wanna see something. All right, walked over there. Hey, call this number, bro. 757, I get on the number. He was like, hold on. He just handed me the jump. I'm like, hello? She like, hello? I'm like, Samantha, what's up? Why you didn't answer the phone for me? What's good? Everything good? She was like, Lord. I was like, Lord? What you mean, Lord? Like, what's up? What you talking about? She was like, don't be mad at me, Weezy. I'm like, don't be mad at you. Like, what the hell are you talking about? Like, what's good? She was like, I ended up writing CBAT that time, and I ain't gonna lie, he is my baby. I'm like, he is your baby. Like, dude was like, what's up, Weezer? I was like, oh, look, answer your phone, man. She was like, all right. So I give the phone back to dude. I'm like, he is your baby. I got the phone angry as hell, y'all. I was like this, he is your baby. He is your baby. What? It's like a whole 4-minute process before they say hello. I'm like, your call. I was like, yo, what do you mean he is your baby? What? What do you mean he is your baby? What you mean by that? I mean he is my baby. I'm like, dang, so what about us? She like, I don't know. I'm like, you don't know. I'm like, man, listen, man. So you rather deal with a dude that shake, rattle, and roll. She said, Weezy, stop trying to throw smut on him. That's making you look bad. I said, what? She said, that's making you look bad. I been knew he shake, rattle, and rolled. I'm like, she ain't even say it right till it rolled. I'm like, man, I'm like, yo, so like, basically you just about to throw me to the curb. She was like, I gotta go back and mess with who I love. She's like, I don't love you, Weezy. I'm like, you didn't get a chance to love me. I said, we just started talking. Like, I'm trying to talk all calm. I'm like, you didn't get a chance to love me, Samantha. We just started talking. Like, I'm trying to be as nice as possible. Samantha throwing out tray balls at a time, y'all, so boom. I said, come on, you didn't even give us a chance. Like, you gotta at least give us a chance to see we can. She was like, nah, like, I love him. And that boy gone, so like, I'm just gonna try to rebuild. And they still didn't let me on your visiting list, and I'm still on his visiting list. So like, I'm gonna go see him. So I'm like, man, like, so what you saying? It's a wrap. She was like, yeah, I ain't trying to be mean. Like, it ain't like that. I said, well, look, this is the least you can do, though. I said, look, can you at least give me the $300? You know what I mean? Just give me the $300. Then, like, let's go ahead and live in freaking shake, rattle, and roll land. I don't give a damn what you do, man. You know what I mean? She was like, that's the thing. She's like, I can't give you the $300. She said, because I give C the $300. I was like, what? She was like, I gave C the $300. I said, I ended up talking to myself, y'all. I put the phone down. I was like, she gave this motherfucking goddamn shake, rattle, and roll the damn $300. I said, you say you gave him the $300? She was like, I gave him the $300. So I don't have no more $300. You know, I gave you that when I got my taxes. Then you sent me back the $300. I just was holding for you, and you told me it was mine. So I said, listen, I went out there and got some stuff, Samantha. I owe somebody right now, that same dude that I had got the last stuff. I said, I owe him. I said, man, look, you gonna leave me out back? She said, why did you go get something? She said, why didn't you go get something without checking with me? I said, you ain't even answering the phone. What you mean? You ain't answer the chat. She was like, that's your fault, Weezy. Don't be going to get nothing without knowing that I'm gonna do something. Don't be, anything can happen. I could have gotten a car accident, anything. I said, you got a point, but you're not on the live. You on the phone. So look, let's get rid of those excuses, man, those examples, man. I said, I owe somebody $300. What you gonna do? You gonna leave me out back? She was like, I gave him my $300, Weezy. I was like, I almost broke the phone, y'all, so boom. I was angry, man. I was like, I walked away. Like, you'll see a temper tantrum from a dude on the phone every now and then. And when you see it, everybody gonna be looking at you, but everybody gonna give you your space. I walked away, I was like, so I'm looking at everybody, looking at me, I was like, I'm breathing like this, I'm like, I go to the booth, I said, man, open my door up, man. I went up the steps like a commando, I was like, I got up the steps fast as hell, y'all. Got to my door, I was like, man, close my door. Lady closed the door, I sat in the bed, I was like, man, this is crazy, man. I was like, what am I doing, man? I was like, shit, crazy. I said, I'm glad I ain't use all this shit, man. I said, man, shit, wow. I said, this lady just left me out back like this. Lady just left me out back like this. Shit, crazy, man. I can't believe this shit, man. I'm like, trying to calm down. So I said, chill out, Weezy. Just chill out, bro. Just chill. Everybody come my door. Hey, bro, you good? I'm like, yeah, bro. Oh, yeah, bro, I'm good. He was like, what's up? I'm like, bro, man, say word. The lady dip on me, bro. Went back to the nigga that shit Rowling Road, bro. My homeboy was like, what? I'm like, yeah, bro. Word. I said, bro, and old head threw me the. He said, yeah. He said, bro, so you ain't got the money? I was like, bro, I ain't use all this shit though. Good thing. You know what I mean? So like for real, I'm just gonna give him his shit back, man. Like, but I was so mad and I'm putting that type of pressure on her, letting her know that I owe somebody and all of this shit. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I didn't even smoke all the la-la. So I'm like, still though, I want her to be like, all right, I'm gonna give you the 300. No, the 300 was basically mine, man. See, that's what I get, man. Like, my luck used to be bad sometimes, and that shit be crazy. It's a part of life though. But like, I'm just looking at this whole shit like this shit nuts. So I'm like, damn, man. So I go outside and I see old head. My word, I holler at old head. You know what I mean? I let him know like, yo, man, shit nuts, man. Goddamn. He was like, yeah, man, you good, though. I was like, look, I still got the joint. I was like, bro, I ain't gonna lie. I smoked probably like 3 spoons. So I said, look, man, we go to the store. Let me straighten you with the 3 spoons. I said, you know, I ain't never done no shit. That's why I shouldn't have got it on tick. I don't even be doing. He was like, yeah, you good, Weezy, man. He was like, look, let's straighten me on the 3 spoons. He was like, but look, let me get them joints because I got to play over here on the other side. He's like, I got to play over here with a dude on the yard jump. That's on the big yard. I'm like, who? He was like, dude right there with the do-rag on, with the jacket. I look. It's the nigga C. He's standing over there with another black dude. He over there like this. He's like, he waiting on him to finish talking to me. I'm like, oh, you about to go holler at him? He was like, yeah, he said he got $300. So, man, I said, yo, so boom. That was my calm down. That was my calm down, jump up and down, like, you know what I mean, before a temper tantrum happened. I'm like, yo, this is nuts right here. So I watched him. Just like C watched me that time. I sat there and watched him. I ain't gonna lie. I sat there and watched. And I seen the old head go over there. I seen the old head slip him something. You know what I mean? I seen it. I was like, yo, this junk crazy, man. I was like, this junk wild, man. I was like, this junk crazy. I said, man, he got the sack now? I said, this dude straight Indian gived on me. And he got the sack now. That's my sack. I said, he got my lala. That's mine. I am the lala. That was my lala right there, y'all. Y'all know how I love the lala. That was mine right there, man. So now what? I gotta act him? Somebody that shake, rattle, and roll? Nah, man. No, sir. That wasn't gonna work. I was like, man, y'all crazy, man. Old head came back after he finished hollering at him. He see me. He was like, hey, look, y'all building about it. He was like, 2 dudes, cop. I was like, who? He was like, the other dude in 4A, they got some spoons. He said, but the dude right here, he got a lot of spoons. Like, you was about to have that turn. I was like, he got the spoons now? He was like, yeah. I was like, so he got all the spoons right there in that bag right then and there? I hit him with the pay the full joint. He got all the spoons right there in that bag right now? He was like, yeah. I was like, all right. You know what I mean? I was like, they gonna come get us off the yard first. Oh, he was like, wait, what you about to do? I was like, nah, chill out. He was like, no, Weezy. What you about to do, Weezy? Don't mess with my business up. I said, mess your business up. I said, you got paid for that, right? He was like, yeah. I was like, well, it is what it is then, man. You know what I mean? He was like, I feel you. Go ahead. I feel you. I said, yeah, I know. Man, goddamn, if I jump on your old ass, man, the hell is wrong with you? Goddamn, I went holler at my homeboy. I was like, hey, look, when we get off the yard, bro, we gonna wait in the hallway. I said, man, I'm fucking dude up, man. Dude was like, you gonna rumble a nigga that shake, rattle, and roll? I said, bro, I'm taking those spoons. I said, I'm taking them spoons, man. Straight up, man. I didn't like how this shit went down, y'all. And for real, like I'm not a nigga that be getting in this shit like this. I'm not a dude that even be trying to rob people. Like, I already know what y'all would say. Robbery is why I was in prison, of course. But that's the only time I ever robbed. I never robbed in prison. You know what I mean? I robbed on the street. But I never robbed in prison. But at the end of the day, sometimes you get put in a predicament, man, where you got to become the taker. You know what I mean? I didn't want to become the taker, but this is one of them times, y'all. So boom! Waited out in the hallway. Just wait. You know what I mean? It was like, yo, the big y'all about to come on. Went upstairs a little bit more. My homeboy hit the camera. I hit this camera. Them joints pointing that way. They bow-legged. They pointing that way. Waiting under the steps like that. I look up, seeing the dude coming up the steps. He was surprised to see me. He was like, his steps got when he got close out. Hey, what's up, bro? He was like, what's up? I was like, damn, nigga, it's like that. He's like, what? Boom! I caught his ass. Me and him start rumbling. He started rumbling. Boom, 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 boom. We right there on the jump rumbling. Boom, 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 boom. He hit me. I'm hitting him. Boom, boom, boom. I overpower his ass. Boom! Put him in that goddamn wall. That nigga hit the wall. Boom! I know that shit took the one out and he fell back. I was like, yeah, nigga. Boom! That nigga hit the ground. He was like, ugh. I said, what the fuck, nigga? Man, this nigga grabbed my leg and bit me. I was like, oh, mother. Ah, nigga biting me. This is my word. My homeboy came. My homeboy started hitting his ass like UFC. Fuck off, nigga. Fuck, man. That nigga was like, ah. I was like, motherfucker. I got off that nigga. I was like, this bitch bit me, man. He was like, ah, that nigga hit the ground. We just started kicking that nigga. On his ass like this. I'm hitting him with, let me introduce you to my feet, nigga. Fuck, why don't you? We fucking that nigga. He balling up. My homeboy like, he went in his jacket, but he was like, he tried to butt my homeboy. He was like, spoons went down the way. That's my word. More. He grabbed a nigga hat, he had an orange hat with all the spoons in it. My homeboy grabbed that shit. He was like, here, Weezy. I grabbed that shit. I was like, yeah, nigga. It's my shit, nigga. Fuck, why don't you, nigga? You wanna be an Indian, give a bitch? Boom! I kicked his ass again. Fuck, why don't you? Fuck you, nigga. He was like, his homeboy was like, all right, man. He was like, man, fuck you. But we jump on your ass, nigga. Hell is wrong with you, nigga? Tripping, get the fuck out of here. When he was like, all right, that's it. He was like, come on, bro. Me and bro go up the steps like bad dudes. We like, haul ass up the steps. We get up the steps. We go in the park out, adrenaline running. Everybody coming in the joint like, man, Weezy, y'all crazy, man. What the hell y'all doing? Like, man, fuck him, man. He's like, man, we gonna beat that gay dude up for? It's like, man, look, that nigga say he ain't gay no more. Yo, fuck. Yeah, damn it, don't hit me with that shit, that sob story. Fuck him. Y'all don't know the story. He was like, man, that's crazy, Weezy. Like, fuck that shit. We go straight in the room. My homie like, give me some spoons. I'm like, here. I just went in that junk, gave him a handful of them shits. Here you go, bro. Went in the junk, I was like, fuck. I was like, man, shit crazy, man. I was like, something just told me start opening them all up. I opened every spoon up and made one pile. I grabbed a piece of trash bag and I put it in one junk. It was a knot like this big full of marijuana, y'all, so boom. I was like, oh my God. Yeah. Grab that junk. I was like, man, shit crazy, man. Put that shit in my pocket. Everybody come back from dinner, sitting in the junk. We just seen the sergeants and all of them coming up the party, just coming up that joint. All the sergeants, everybody came up. He came in the joint, he was like, lock down, everybody lock down, lock down, lock down, lock down. Word, locked us down. I go in the joint, they ain't say shit to me. I'm like, damn, right? Go in the cell, I'm like, yes. I'm still in the door watching. Next thing you know, my door opened up, push. Sergeant was like, hey, step out, white. I was like, what's up? He like, step out. Came up. They put me in the office. They like, take your shirt off. I was like, for what? Like, take your shirt off. I took my shirt off. I was like, he's like, turn around. I turned around. Nigga scratched me right here. He was like, where did this come from? I was like, playing basketball. They was like, playing basketball. All right, put your shirt on. Then take your pants off. They gonna see the bite. The bite, I was fucked up off the bite. It wasn't affecting me moving, but he left him. This nigga bit on my damn kneecap. God damn it, that's my word. Like, take your pants off. I'm like, my pants, man, for what, man? Like, take your pants off, what? I'm like, take my pants off. Yeah, turn around. How you get that bite mark? I'm like, I don't know, man. He was like, man, all right, take him to the hole. And this is my word. People handcuffed me and took me to the Bing, y'all. So boom. I went to the Bing, man. My homeboy got away with it. You know what I mean? But I went to the Bing, man. Bro told on me. He told on me, man. You know what I mean? He'll never admit it, but he told on me, man. It was so crazy because the dude that he was with that didn't even jump in while we was whooping his ass, that turned out to be his boy. When I got out the hole, he was back to shake, rattling, and rolling. He was back to being who he was, man. I promise you, man. He put me through all of that shit. For what? For what? To do some old BS like that? Now, I shouldn't have got at him the way I did. You know what I mean? But I just felt like that was the biggest Indian give that you can do, man, by giving me a woman. You know what I mean? Like that was diabolical in the Indian Giver book. I don't care what you say, man. So like it was wrong on both parts. But he ended up moving to 2 building after a while. And when I got out, I went back to 4 building. I seen him on the yard. He didn't say shit to me after I whooped his ass. You know what I mean? Or however you want to call it. I didn't really whoop him. But we rumbled and I took his shit. So he didn't say nothing to me, man. Like everything was straight, man. I won't mad at him no more, man. Like that joint happened, it was over with, man. But all I know is I wonder what happened to Samantha. Like she put me through all of that, bucked on me, and got back with the dude that shake, rattle, and roll. And look what happened. This man back to being who he is. Because I always wondered what happened to her, man. But at the end of the day, I stopped giving a damn the way she did me, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. But that was a crazy situation, though. And that's the end of the damn story. I appreciate y'all for watching, man. Y'all know the count, man. Please stay out the way this weekend and chill with your family. That's all you gotta do, fellas. That's it. Period. But y'all already know what it is, man. This is the weekend banger game. So I need y'all to do this one. Like, share, subscribe to me, y'all. Let's get it. Let's go. But y'all be safe and stay your ass on the way.
Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way. Surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way. If you a gangster, killer, or thug. Stay out the way. Put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way. Chill with your family, siblings, and blood. Stay out the way. Kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way. Mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way. Stand out the way. What you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous. Did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments. Get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart just to open your eyes up.